Hello to everyone. Good morning. Good morning, fellow Chiefisian. And may God bless you. I want to come here today to help people that don't know how how to earn money with TBC to do so. So I wonder we should follow this video that was put online by our administrator to help us, especially new people, to understand how they can get off to a fast start. Remember instruction to get off to a fast start part 2. So there are 2 articles like that, but the one that we should entertain ourselves in the part 2. So I invite you to take note and to follow this carefully.
Hello, everyone. This is Randy Wilson. Good morning to you. It's 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, and this is broadcast number 166 live for the TBC community. And very happy to be here with all of you guys today. And thanks for joining me here. Let me just say hello to some of you guys in the chat room really quickly. Mr. Alade, good to see you. Ted Nuas, hey man, welcome. I think this is the first time I've seen you, but welcome here. 2 a.m. in the Philippines. Ted Nuas, you're very welcome. Pixie, thank you for being here as well. That means it's 2 a.m. for you too. Mezi JP, good evening, wherever you are there, of Nigeria. Welcome. Guys, we have this global perspective here. Edwin, good to see you back, my friend. Love your questions and inquisitiveness about the TBC community. Carmen Lister is here, and glad to see that you are making some progress, and we look forward to seeing you on broadcasts, send button meetings, and in any role of leadership, possible. Margaret Smith, welcome, my good friend. Joseph Lambert, hope all is well there in Mexico. Catherine Castillo, good to see you back again. Very much hope that our broadcast has been helpful to everybody, but especially the newer members of the community. Max Pyle, my good friend. Eric Isili, my good friend. Eric Darko, good to see you, my friend. Mofo Gildas, Cashflow Coaching students, leaders around the world, welcome all for being here. So guys, let's jump right into things. Today, there's Darren Hayward too. Let's not forget, we have to. All right, guys, let's get into some good, yesterday we read part of the blog, and I didn't get a chance to really finish it all because there was so much to that blog post that we could only give so much of it. But go ahead. We've talked about this week. We've talked about you got to be able to use. You got to be okay with using tools, guys. Tools are going to help you to get a better understanding of TBC. It's going to help you so you're more effective, more efficient. There is nothing really to assume here. I wouldn't assume anything about TBC. You know, again, if you look at your Kringle Cashback office and you log in, you know, you see that there are some activities, there are some things going on here, some things that, you know, require you to sort of think about it, take some action, learn. You know, it's not just a willy-nilly kind of thing. There is some actual participation objectives here, okay? And again, let's just review really quickly. Gift. Okay, so let's just remember when you signed up for Kringle for TBC, you know, the first exposure to TBC is our sign up page here, and the sign up page gives you lots of you know, lots of resources, tools, things that are going to help you to understand what we really are, who we really are, what's really going on. There's no need to stab in the dark. There's no need to try and figure it out. You know, there's no need to come up with your own, you know, I got an idea kind of thing. You know, I know what I'm going to do with TBC. You know, you don't have to do that. You know, I want TBC to mean that you know, I'm gonna, you know, you don't have to have these individual agendas. You know, your agenda for yourself. You don't have to have a mad dash for luxury, like we talked about yesterday. There are some specifics about TBC that you want to get on board with. Okay, and it's page here. It's present in our in the back office. It's present. Okay, that there is an actual, there's actual instruction. There's actual guidance, there's actual purpose, objectives, there's actual things to participate in, even, you know, systems. These things are here to help make sure that there is not a chaotic approach, that people do not get frustrated or they do not have a misunderstanding. That you know, admin goes the extra mile to make sure that resources are in place to help each and every member understand exactly what TBC activity and operations should look like. Okay, so that's all here. Okay, so we're talking about these days. Fast duplication. Fast duplication is directing people to the materials and resources that are available to us within the TBC environment. Okay, slow duplication is when you disregard the tools and resources that we have available to us, and you can come up with, you know, pulling something out of the air, and you know, you just, you know, you're trying to motivate people with you know, the mad dash to luxury. That's gonna slow things down, because that kind of thing does not coincide with TBC objective. So let's do this. I want to go back to you guys. Remember, the master key to success is to encourage fast duplication. And let's kind of pick up where we left off, because I think it's important that we go on and read. There's a whole nother message in this blog post that I want to, you know, review, and then we'll open it up for questions here towards the end of the broadcast. Okay. So we read all of this about encouraging fast duplication. We need to unify on one idea. New members see a 24-hour and 48-hour timer once they pay their admin fee. So really, guys, if we're going to, what admin is trying to help us to see here, I believe, is that if we're going to grow our community to the speed that we really need to grow to, it's really not about any one person going out and recruiting the planet. Okay, that's not really the effort here. That's not what admin is trying to do. You know, any existing TDC member who thinks that we have to go out and recruit the planet, it makes it a daunting task. It makes it a daunting task. But if we go back to the massive growth campaign and we see that one person just recruits 2 people, that recruits 2 people, that recruits 2 people, then it's much easier to digest that. You don't have to go out and scoop up a bunch of people out there. And you just work with 2 people and help them get 2 people. And that's fast duplication. Okay? So let's go on and see what else we want to bring up in this idea of the master key to success is to encourage fast duplication. There's another message in here that I want to read to you guys. Okay, so admin says, Kringles are magic coins during the distribution phase of TBC compared to market coins. Now guys, we are in the distribution phase. The distribution phase, this is the time in which we are growing our community through the giving the gift away to members, to give them the gift of cookies that they can later redeem for Kringles. But the more gifts that we give out, and if someone accepts the gift, that means they become a member of the community, right? They accept the gift, they pay the $10 fee, they become a member of the community. That's the phase that we're in right now. With market coins, you can only sell what you have purchased, but our coins are magic. The cookie reward system allows our members the ability to access an abundance of coins. What does that mean? What does that mean, folks? That we can access the abundance of coins that are not purchased. See, guys, again, magic coins during the distribution phase. The distribution phase is when members of the community, a lot of them, are receiving the gift of Kringles. All right? So a new member comes along, receives the gift of Kringle, and guess what? They have, during the redemption period, they have access to those coins because the cookies convert to Kringle that you didn't pay for. Okay? But not only that, but you can certainly decide that you want to purchase even a small amount of Kringle, but from purchasing a small amount of Kringle, you'll receive a huge amount of cookie rewards that again redeem for now let's go on. During the redemption extension, our newest members can have more quantities of people to immediately go full-time in TBC. The more full-time members we have, the faster we will grow. Okay, full-time. Full-time, it doesn't necessarily mean, quit your job and jump headfirst into TBC. Leaving all of your career and everything behind. It doesn't necessarily mean that. But what it does mean is that you can have a full-time effort. You can make full-time income with TBC. I mean, and if we look at the world in general, most people in the world, folks, most people now, hey guys, listen, in the Western civilization here, yeah, you know, we got people that make absorbent amounts of income and, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's all relative, right? It's all relative. But just remember, most people in the world today, in the poor world, most people make $10 a day. $10 a day. Now, some of you guys can imagine, what do you mean $10 a day? That's impossible to live on. Yeah, but that's what most of the people in the world earn. So let's talk about how the magic of the TBC, magic coins, can allow mass quantities of people to immediately go full time. Go full time. You can replace your $10 a day income with making one or two $10 transactions happen. Oh my goodness. Which one would you choose? You know, if you could work all day long to make $10 a day, or do one transaction that's roughly 4 grains of gold, which translates to $10 a day, which one would you choose? Let's go on. The final piece is now in place, the holiday promo. One of the things choking up fast duplication was that 40 grains of gold was out of the reach for so many, and that slowed growth. You guys remember our target transaction for a long time has been 40 grains of gold, which translates to about $100. And you know, for the guy out there making $10 a day, $100 to come along and make a purchase of TBC was almost not possible. Okay, so nice 4 grains of gold. 4 grains of gold was translated to about $10 US. And we even, I want to read some more, but we even recognize a cookie reward for that small amount of a purchase. Now, again, if you're the sponsor, 4 grains of gold is $10, folks. It's roughly $10. If you're that sponsor supporting that transaction for that new member that comes along and purchases 4 grains of gold, and you're used to making $10 a day, and now you sponsor someone that does a $10 transaction, 4 grains of gold, translates to $10, you just replaced your entire day of laboring for one transaction. Holy moly. Let's keep on reading. Let's get into this, okay? Now sponsors can get compensated while new members have a tiered system to complete transactions. In some countries, 4 grains of gold is what can be earned daily for a day's worth of work at a typical job. In those countries, sponsors should be happy to receive 4 grains of gold just for completing a simple transaction. Holy moly, folks. You can make a day of income in one TBC transaction. Now you can see sponsors out there. Now you see your incentive for, that fast duplication. Okay. Maybe you can do 1, 2, 3 transactions in one day. Maybe your whole laboring. A full-time sponsor would be blessed to do 1 transaction a day instead of hard labor at a job for the same amount after 8 hours of work, right? Also, new members are encouraged to do multiple transactions during the holiday promo because of the benefits that come through accumulation within. Okay, so look at this. Say you're a new member. You do 1 4-grain transaction this week, you get 100,000 cookie rewards. But you do 1 a week for 4 weeks, that's 32 grains of gold worth of transactions. I'm sorry, that's 16. 4 times 4, right? You do one transaction a week for 4 weeks is 16 grains of gold of transactions. That's 1 million cookie rewards. Look at the multiplication going on there. Look at the multiples of more cookie rewards that you get. So one transaction of 4 grains of gold is 100,000 cookies. But one 4 grain of gold transaction a week for 4 weeks is 1 million grains of gold. And at that level, look at the growth in the referral cookie rewards that you get. All right, let's go on. A full-time sponsor would be blessed. Okay, so a full-time sponsor would be blessed to do 1 transaction a day instead of hard labor at a job for the same amount after 8 hours of work, right? Also, new members are encouraged to do multiple transactions during the holiday promo because of the benefits that come through accumulation within it. No matter where you live in the world, this holiday promo allows you in principle to earn a day's worth of income just by doing 1 transaction a day. If in your country the average pay is, say, 20 grains of gold a day, which is about $50 a day, then that is what should be promoted as a starting point in your country. Members having daily cash flow at or above average incomes in their countries will be able to show the benefits of going full-time in TBC. Lead by example. Get your cash flow going daily in TBC. People will respect that. Everyone just needs to get in where they fit in on their first day as a new member following the 5-day instructions on the dashboard of KCBO. Sponsors recruit and recruits quickly become sponsors all in a single day. So 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12, 100, 1,024, and so on and so on is how fast the team could grow on a daily basis. You just need to believe it is possible and use all of the tools you are provided. So what admin is saying here, guys, is, you know, if you live, say, for example, in the West, and your, you know, the average daily income in the West is, say, 20 grains of gold on upwards of 40 grains of gold. You know, about 40 grains of gold, that's about $100, or 20 grains of gold, we might, you know, just call that about $50. If that's your daily average income where you are in the world, then you don't want to be, you know, trying to get people in at 4 grains of gold. Establish your relationships with your new members. You know, establish relationships with your new members, establish transactions at or around the daily income of your country or your area, you know, of your geography. And that way you can quickly prove that through transactions of TBC, you can replace your full-time job income. Okay, or at least you can earn as much as you earn on your job with TBC income. How about that? But it's gonna depend on the transactions that you are establishing in your marketplace. You know, and then that doesn't even include the income that you make from doing these transactions. Doesn't even include the fact that you become flush with cookie holidays. These cookie rewards are immediately redeemable during this time frame. So you can imagine, while you're making cash flow and building up cookie rewards, you are also unlocking the value of those cookie rewards by being able to supply more cookie Kringle for more transactions. It's just like a loop. All right, let's go on. Let's go on here. Okay, fast duplication is not enough. That as an idea has no ongoing support. On paper, it looks good, but it is missing something. Encourage fast duplication completes it. Okay? Encourage turns the idea of fast duplication into a cycle. Do it and then encourage others to do it. I want to see and hear those 3 words everywhere within the TBC community. A little call to action there from admin. We need to focus on the meaning of those 3 words, and the broadcaster should be explaining these 3 words over and over again like a drum beat. Picture in your mind the whole TBC community getting excited about these 3 words. Visualize all of the TBC members taking action. On the micro to the macro inside of the TBC community. This one key makes all doors open. All right, guys. Well, quite a bit in that blog post. Let's turn over to our community here on the chat room. What comments, questions do any of you have in regard to the magic coins, encouraging fast duplication, the holiday promotion? It's all there. So what can you say about that? Ted Nuwa says, this is my 3rd time. Right on, Ted. Thanks for being here. Mofo Gilda says, Randy, there are people who even make less than $10 a day in my country. Absolutely, Mofo. And there you go, guys. If we can encourage fast duplication by demonstrating how to do transactions for as little as 4 grains of gold, which converts to $10, translates to $10. Imagine what kind of impact we can make on those people's lives who work and toil for 8, 9, 10 hours for less than $10 a day. And now with one transaction, they can make that whole day's worth of income in one transaction. Let's go on here. Carmen Lister says, yes, indeed. Only the blind, deaf, and unhealthy, closed-minded cannot see the TBC potential to enjoy abundance worldwide. Guys, we have the system, we have the tools, we have the resources, we have the cash flow capability with the TBC system, and we can change, we can change lives with that. Let's go on. Let's see. There seems to be a lot of kudos going to our brother Ishrak out there. Ishrak, we appreciate you as the community. Okay, guys. Well, listen. Thanks for being here today. If there's any further questions, you guys can. By the way, my Facebook account has been frozen due to some hacking going on there or something. So unfortunately, I'm not available on Facebook for the time being. I'm going to just basically give it another day or so on Facebook, and then I'll have to start a brand new account to, embrace the TBC community, embrace my, bring back my network that I've built over the last 3 or 4 years. So, guys, just kind of look out for that. I apologize for the lack of communication if you're trying to reach out to me. Hey, guys, let me just quickly remind you that Connectly in cash flow coaching as well. So you can definitely go to tbcrandy.com, and here you can connect with me. Click on I want 40 grams of gold a day. And here you can register, sign up, subscribe to Cash Flow Coaching. Minimally, $10 a week is all it costs you to get started. And then if you want a longer term relationship with me, learning the nuances of cash flow coaching, then you want to look at some of these larger packages, even $100 for 12 weeks. Okay, and here we will review the system, teach you how to make cash flow, turn you into a better TV station marketer, influencer, leader, and make more cash flow. Okay, so you can connect with me that way. Take care and see you next time. Peace.